do it, okay? And we're going to have a good reason, okay? Usually I will already have checked some of the hip, waist, glute stuff, right? He's already becoming more comfortable with me doing something around his thighs, his glutes, that sort of thing, right? So what I'm going to do is I want to be able to find his ischial tuberosity. Number one, find the landmark. If you don't find the landmark, how do you know where you are? Okay? I'm going to add just a little more hip. Is that all right? Mm-hmm. All right. So, okay, I start out, sometimes I just find just like little incremental palpations, and there it is. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's one option. If he's got a lot of cheek, I may need to lift a little bit to be able to come around and then kind of get past. Okay, I might have to traverse and kind of get actually a little bit inside, right?
So you're getting like the medial aspect of the...
I want to get right to the point of it.
Oh, okay.
Before, I don't want to overshoot.
Right.
So I want to make sure I find I want to find the tip of the mountain before it's dropped down into the valley. Okay, so here's the tip of the mountain. Now I'm going to just, now his tissue is going to slide. So here's the deal. I'm pressing a little bit in. What I'm doing, I'm stretching the tissue up, and this is one of those few examples, kind of like the pencil technique, right, where our best where the idea is to again go in order to provide a little gentle stretch of the relevant nerves. Okay, look where those nerves are located. They don't really come out very far. I can just try to take this cheek out away from the center. That's another option. Okay, and then if I and then try to press it in there, or I can leave it there and just. But either way, you can feel where I'm staying right next to the bone. Yep. Okay. Now there's no wandering. There's no scenic route. Okay. You go right along the bone, and you go in very gently. It's like, is it still okay there? Yep. Okay. And then hang out. Okay. We'll give it a little bit of time. Sometimes you'll feel like a little bit of tensing or something like that. Wait. Okay, if it's most offensive, you're going to just hold on. Okay, if you feel that settle down, it's like, okay, then I'm going to try just a little bit more. Okay. All right. Now the position I'm in, do I look like I could do this for 20 minutes? I'm terribly uncomfortable. This is easier for me. Okay. I can stagger my fingers in a number of different ways. Okay, so we have a couple of different options. All right, so that's one way. Can I have you turn flat on your back? Just demonstrate real quick. I think Diane has the supine version in the manual. I didn't put it on a slide. Okay. Okay, but the supine version, same basic idea. He can have one legs up or not, bolstered or not, whatever. But again, I'm going to kind of come in, and I'm going to find the tip of the mountain. Okay, and then I'm going to go just ever so slightly on the medial aspect of it, hugging it very carefully, and then again going straight up in.
Towards the head or the ceiling?
See right where those pudendal nerves are? Mm-hmm. Little branchy thing?
So, towards the head.
I'm going up towards the head, not towards the belly. I'm going this way. On the inside of that. Okay? So, did you hit the enter button? Okay, and again. Okay, so, two different ways of accessing pudendal nerve. Okay? I'm going to have you go ahead and turn face down. And are these your Jason Erickson?
Yeah.
Can we hear about how exactly you prepare a client for that work? Like, how do you explain it to them?
Carefully.
Yeah.
So, well, first, I'm not even going to consider going there unless it seems like pelvic floor is strongly indicated. Right. And if it seems like it is strongly indicated, then it's like, okay, well, we're going to try, definitely we're going to have to do some work around the hips and glutes and so forth. And like, And if it's, you know, and I might just do a couple sessions not going right there.
Right.
But if it seems like that's really strongly indicated and this other stuff just is not quite getting there, it's like, you know, I kind of feel like there might be some stuff to that pelvic floor, you know, that maybe we need to be addressed, and maybe we need to do a little bit more work more directly, you know, by your sits bone here, okay? And so what I'd like to do is just try to do a little pressure by that, okay? And then what we'll do is we might try to we'll see how your body responds, you know, to pressure near that. And then while I'm working there, it's like then I might, you know, I'll find the point of it. I might kind of just gently press in a couple spots, you know, at the tip, you know, right, maybe along the lateral aspect. Okay, not too bad around there. Okay, let me go. Let me just try the other side of that. All right. Okay. Okay. So I kind of walk them there verbally during the session, but I'll have introduced the idea to them usually as part of the intake when we're planning what's actually going to happen that session.
Right.
Just to let them know, like we might do some check around there too, but we'll check around the other parts of the hips first.
Okay.
So with the obturator nerve, it traverses kind of posterior medial thigh, comes in as it comes down towards the medial knee, medial aspect of the knee, it's becoming more cutaneous here. It's pretty deep up in this neighborhood here. And so the basic idea is I like to have two pieces of Dyson for this. I'm going to drop a piece of Dyson above the knee and another piece of Dyson below the knee. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest my forearms and nose and let those draw apart. Typically we can find tenderness down in the medial aspect of the knee, often superior to it. Not too much on you though. No? Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go through the motions here since Seth doesn't have a lot going on this at the moment. I'm going to drop down, the weight of my arms resting on the Dyson gives me the traction that I need. Drawing my elbows a little bit apart. Now I've got a little surface tension here. Sometimes I'll just do that much, and sometimes that's enough. If I want to add a little bit more, I'll draw the skin up away from the medial knee. Okay, drawing it actually, you know, almost towards the back of the knee. So, apart and drawing it back. Okay. A lot of times, this monitor point back here will settle right on down. And this will and the person may often also experience good things up here and around the pelvis. Okay. Did you hit the enter button? We had one other one. Okay. I'm going to have you turn over on your back again. Okay. This is going to look somewhat similar to the pudendal nerve thing that I was demonstrating a few moments ago. But now instead of me going to the ischial tuberosity and going towards the medial aspect of it, now what we're looking at is the posterior the cluneal nerves. You know, some of them drop further down into the posterior leg past the glutes. Okay, plus there are other posterior cutaneous nerves that run along the hamstrings, right? A lot of times people will have tenderness at different parts of the hamstrings. It might be up here near the ischial tuberosity, okay? Okay, I can go up, you know, it's like palpating the hamstring attachments. What is the hamstring attachment point? Okay, do we have a connection? Yeah. All right, so, but I can, you know, palpate almost anywhere along the hamstrings, right? I can go more medial, okay? I can go all the way down to the pes anserines, right? I can go more, you know, more lateral, biceps femoris, okay? A lot of times you'll find you'll find something somewhere in there. Wherever you find that sore spot, I'm just going to say it's right about here, mid muscle belly on you. Okay, I'm gonna have my contact point. I might monitor that with one hand. The other hand is going to make contact distal to it, and then just going to slide the skin up towards the back of the knee. If I want to add a little grip, I use my Dyson, stretching the skin more longitudinally, and then I just let gravity do the work. Because what's happening, I'm supporting the weight of his leg is dropping through my forearm into the table, and then as his leg continues to try and drop from gravity, the Dyson is keeping his skin from going with it, and there we get a little gentle skin stretch again. And a lot of times that will settle down a lot of tenderness at various points in the hamstrings. Okay? If it's a little more lateral, I might need to change the angle. If it's a little more medial, I might need to change an angle. Same basic concept applies. Okay. What's one other thing? What's something else I could do for hamstring stuff? Balloon technique. Shearing. Okay. So don't forget all the basics. Okay. Partners. New partners.